Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. I'm your host Mikey. Today we're going to do this clickety-click barber trick. For those that recognize that commercial back from the early ages, you know, when the dinosaurs are around, you will recognize that from Barber Papa. Now we're going to do a crochet mile a minute concept, and this is going to be crocheting in strips, and I'm really not sure why it's called that, so maybe if you know that you can leave that in the comments of today's video. So what we're going to be doing is that this is actually made up of panels that you can do so you don't have to sweat underneath an Afghan and then put it all together. This is more of a baby toddler kind of size, but of course because it's a mile a minute paneling Afghan, you can make it as big as you want to go. This is really a simple, easy project to be able to remember how to do the stitches, and maybe that's why it's called a mile a minute. I have no idea. So what we're going to be using today is a 6mm size J crochet hook, and we're going to be using Caron 1 pound that you see. I'm going to be using a different color tone, and this is really quite cool. So there is a crochet diagram. Woo! Let's get started. So on page number 2, it's my favorite page. Yes, there's a crochet diagram available. Yarnspiration still makes these. I don't take that for granted. I love when they do it so I can have a roadmap to do it. I'm not a strong reader, so crochet diagrams are the way to go for me. So what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be making the interior of this panel first. So you can see that there is front post trebles and back post trebles here that make up the ribbing stitch that you can see. So we're going to do all this purple first. We're then going to trace around the panel once we get to a certain amount of inches, and then you're going to trace it with some double crochets, and it's very strategic because you have to have the stitch counts match each other when you join the panels together. And then we're going to trace the panel one more time with just some single crochets, and then once you get that panel done, you just keep making the other panels, and then you just butt them up together, and then you are going to do a slip stitch join, and you're going to do it nice and loosely so that you don't have it buckling up at all. So you're going to notice this particular paneling that you have, one side is more flat that you see here in the back, but the front side has the beautiful texturing that you see, and it's really kind of a neat concept, and it's really quite easy to follow. So let's go through some of the tips now, and let's just take one more quick look. So when we look closer at this diagram, we're going to be starting off every one of the panels in the same. It's going to be 16 chains in order to do it, and we're going to start here and then go this way, and we're going to then put in 3 double crochets starting from the 4th chain from the hook. We're then going to skip 2, you see that I wrote 2, and then you're going to put 4 double crochets into the next one, chain 1, and then another double crochet there. This chain 1 space is going to be the foundation of the next one that you'll do up here, so you have to keep that in mind. We're going to skip 3 chains, and then the last 4 will be a double crochet. Moving up to row number 2, if you're not sure what anything means, there is a stitch key right up here. So we're gonna start off and immediately put these in the front post. So chain 3 counts as your first double crochet, and then you were going to put in 3 front post trebles then in the next one. This will mean that this row number 2 is the right side of the project. It's the good side of the project. You immediately jump to this chain 1 space and put in 4, chain 1, and another double crochet right into that same space, and then immediately jump to the next 3 double crochets and make them front post trebles, and then 1 double crochet in the turning chain. Row number 3, we're gonna chain up 3, and then the first 3 will be a back post treble, and the reason for that, we want to keep all that rib work on the one side. So every other row it's gonna be either on the front side or the back side, depending on which row that you're on. So when you look at the sample here, you want this ribbing always to be facing up, so the other side it's always kind of missing. So we're gonna be doing that. We then just jump to this another chain 1 space and then put 4, chain 1, and another double crochet there, and then immediately just do this back post trebles in the next 3, and then in the turning chain put 1 double crochet. So now you can see that there's a rhythm. So rows number 2 and 3 are the ones going all the way to the end. They're saying to finish after 43 inches. So you do this first paneling right here to 43 inches, and you need to finish on the right side of the project. So you finish what looks like to be row number 2. So the final row when you go to do it will be like so, and it will be a front post treble that you see on the good side, and then you start rotating around then to do that. So you want to keep an eye on that, and if you're not sure, you can always count the number of fans that you see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when I do this section with you on the camera, I'm going to be matching that as well. So enough chitter chatter, let's get at her and let's try and do a panel together. 6mm size J crochet hook, and use Caron 1 pound if you wish. So enough chitter chatter, let's get at her. Let's create a slip knot to begin, and I need you to chain 16. So just insert the hook and pull through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Once you get your 16 done, then you're ready then for row number 1. Let's begin row number 1. It's important that you follow exactly what I'm about to show you because it'll look nicer when you're done. So I need you to go 4 chain from the hook. So count it back. So just start, we'll go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn it over and get the back hump of the chain when you start the first double crochet, and do that one. And by doing that you're gonna keep a really nice edge because you're gonna have to use that edge when you trace it around with your mile a minute concept at the end. So you just double crocheted 4 chain from the hook on the back hump of that chain. I need you then to double crochet the next 2 chains, 1 and 2. So let's just quickly recap what we've done. So the chaining that we just skipped over counts as 1, and then this is 2, 3, 4, just like the diagram. We're then going to skip 2 chain. So see the back hump of the chain, you can see it. So 1 and 2, go to the 3rd, and I want you to place in 4 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, but you're not done. So chain 1 after that and put 1 more in there, and that chain 1 just created the space so the next fan in the next row will sit right directly in that space. So carrying across I want you to skip 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I just need you to double crochet the final 4 that is left on the chain. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the panel is not very wide, so you're gonna be going a mile a minute really turning this around in order to get it done. So that was row number 1. Let's just take a quick pause and then start row number 2. So let's turn around and do row number 2. So we're gonna start up. So this is going to be the front side of the project, row number 2, and you'll see that happen in just a few seconds. So you're gonna chain 3, and that's your first double crochet that is on top of the other one, so it matches. So the other 3 here are going to be each a front post treble. So wrap the hook twice for a treble, and then coming into the side of the post, so just peel it back and go right through, just only picking up the post, pull through 2, 2, and 2. And do it again. So wrap twice, go to the next one. So all 3 in a row are front post treble. And one more time. And then we're off to the fun part, the fan. So you'll see that these will jump off the project for your texture. So in this chain 1 space you're gonna do exactly what you did already before here. So you're gonna start off with 4 double crochets. So let's count those together. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, but you're not done. So just chain 1, that creates the next space for the next fan, and just do 1 more double crochet in there. Okay, so that's offsetting those fans. Now the next 3 double crochets are each gonna be a front post treble like before. And then once those 3 are in, you're just going to go in the turning chain. So to go, don't go into a space, go right into the chain itself and do 1 double crochet. And that's what it looks like. So you can see the texture is jumping off at you, and if you turn it around you see it's jumping away from you. So you can see what is the good side and the right side and the wrong side. Turn out work. Let's do row number 3. So this part of the repeat. So chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can see that it's looking not like the front, right? So because you're looking at the back. So the first 3 here are, you want to keep those to the back side. So you're gonna make those as a front post, or sorry, as a back post treble. So wrap in the hook twice, coming into the post from the back side and pop it back out to the back side and pull through, and this is keeping the ribbing on the back. and you do that 2 more times. So come to the next one, so wrap twice from the back. Remember that we have other tutorials just for stitch work on this kind of stuff. Like if you enter the stitch name, you'll find that on our channel. So those were each back post trebles. So here's the fan. So just find that chain 1 space and start and put in 4 double crochets. So let's count. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. But you're not done. Chain 1 and 1 double crochet into that same spot. So now you just created that space then for the next time. And now the next 3 that you have over here, they're each gonna be a back post treble. Once you get the swing of this, it really is very quick. I wouldn't say it's a mile a minute, but it's pretty darn quick. So once those 3 are in the turning chain, you're going to put in 1 double crochet. So I'm gonna do a turning our work so you can kind of see now. You see it's all starting to materialize, and I'm gonna take you through one more repeat. So it's a repeating of 2 and 3, and you want to continue to do that until this panel is measuring 43. But if I were you, I would count the number of fans and make sure each number of fans is the right number when you're done. So let's just do a repeat of row number 2 and 3. So let's begin. Chain 3. So you can see that you're looking at the good side of the project, and when you're looking at the good side, the right side, you're just gonna immediately just put in the first 3 1 front post treble into each. Now some people really don't like doing trebles. Big deal, right? It has its purpose, and in this case it will make it go a lot more faster, and it will look pretty sharp too. So front post treble that. So what are you gonna do here with the fans? Okay, so that chain 1 space is what you're looking for. You're gonna place in 4 double crochets, and then what else are you gonna do? Yes, that's right, you're gonna chain 1 and then put 1 double crochet in, and then that leaves the space for next time. So the next 3 that you see, they're each our front post treble, because we're looking at the good side, so you want the front post. So when you're looking at the back side, you want the back post. Just remember that. And then finally the turning chain is the last one, and it'll be 1 double crochet. So that was repeating of row number 2. Let's turn our work and do row number 3. So you're looking at the back side, you can clearly see it's not the best side of the project, it's the back. So chain up 3. So you know you're looking at the back, you know you need to keep the ribs to the other side of the work. So you're gonna do a back post treble crochet to keep those ribs on the other side. Just like that. So those 3 are in. So you're looking at the fan. Do you remember what to do? Yeah, okay. So you're gonna do, I'm trying to give you an opportunity to think. So 4 double crochet. It's really easy for me just to blaze along on these kind of tutorials. I get told for that for quite often that I go too fast. Make sure you chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the final, into that same one. So the next 3 you can see that they're on the back side. We want to keep them there, so just make them a back post treble. So what I need you to do is I need you to repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over and over, but I need you to finish up so that you're ending on row number 2. Okay, so you repeat 2 and 3, and then just let me just get the last one in here. So it's 1 double crochet in the end. So you want to keep on going so that your very final one is going to be the one that comes all the way across on row number 2. So you want to look like you just finished the front side of 1 in order to continue. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna do 1 2 3 4 5. So when I look here, I look at the chain 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I just have to just go through one more time, and then what I can do is just match these together. So let's continue to do that, and I will see you at the end of that, and we will then go around one of the panels to show you how to do it. So I just finishing up row number 2. So I'm on the right side of the project, and I just finished off right here. So I want to make sure the fans are the same. I already went through that with you. So we want to get rid of this yarn. If you're strategic about weaving in the yarn, you won't have very many loose ends to deal with at the end. So just pull it through. and you're gonna go up over these stitches anyway in the next round. So what I would want to do is just weave it in and out of the stitch work that you have, and then that'll help it bury in. Also go back to the very beginning and just weave this in on the bottom chain that you had. So weave that in too, and then you won't have to worry about sewing that in either. Of course you can make your own judgment if that's not suitable for you. So what I want to do is that I want to trace around the outside of this now in order to go all the way. So your panel will be about 43 inches, and of course you can make it larger or smaller depending on your personal style. Let's go through then what we're gonna be doing in the next section. So in the next section what we're going to do is we're gonna start off, you can start off in pretty much any corner really, but you wanna have it so that the right side is facing you. So you wanna see the good side, and you're gonna attach to just the top of a chain 3 or top of a double crochet. It doesn't really matter. So you're going to chain up 3, count as your first double crochet, and you want to double crochet into that same one that you attached to. You want to chain 2, and then in the same one put 2 more double crochets in. So you're just gonna follow and match each one of these chains that you have. Just consider them as stitches the way that I had you do it. In where it's jumping over, so you're just making sure that you put 2 double crochets into that space, 1 into the bottom of this one, and then there's 3 chains that we skipped, so there's 3 here, and etc. When you get to the edge, every one of the sides is always strategic because you want the count to be the same. So if you look at the side of the post, you'll see that there's 2 double crochets. This next post, 2 double crochets. So each one of the side of the post has only 2 double crochets in it, and you go all the way to the top. Top of this chain again is gonna be 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet, and work your way across. Pay attention here to the chain 1 space. There is gonna be a double crochet into that, and then you're gonna come all the way around, and then just making sure that you have everything strategic. So let's put this into play, and let's see what we can get ourselves into for this round. So let's get ourselves, so create a slip knot, and it'll be a little more secure for you. And I want you to go into a top of the corner, and just do it so that you can start immediately going down a side. Again, your call on where you want to start if you're more comfortable starting somewhere else. So just attach it with the slip stitch, and I want you to chain up 3, which is your first double crochet, and then double crochet into the same spot. And we want to turn a corner, so chain 2, and coming into the same spot, 2 more double crochet. So I'm gonna work myself down the side of the panel first. So each one, see the straggler, just keep it down on top of the line so you can get it. So each one of these side posts have 2 double crochets in them. So 1 and 2, and then just immediately jump to the next post that you see and put 1, 2, and you're gonna do that all the way down your panel. So the tops and the bottom of the panel have the stitch work already laid out for you. It's just the sides of the panel. You just need to make sure that they match when you go to do it. So just put 2 into each, and I'm getting to the corner already. So in the very last one here, make sure you put your 2 in first, and then just slide it into the top of the chain to lock it into a corner position. So just slide right in. And you want to put, to turn a corner, you want to put 2 double crochet into that chain, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. So there's lots going on in that particular chain stitch. So now you're gonna work your way across the bottom. So remember, you have 1 stitch at the end of each one of these stitches. So in the way that I had you do it in the back hump of the stitch is that there is an available stitch for you to play with, and it looks consistent. So you're just gonna match those all when you're going all the way across, including the chain spaces that you have. So here, this here is a chain 3 space, that's a chain 2. So in the chain 2 space there's only gonna be 2 double crochet, and then the base of that fan there is going to be only 1, and then this is a chain 3 space, so then there's gonna be 3 double crochets there. And continuing to work your way to the corner, so 1 into the base of each one of the stitches that are left. and the very last one, that's gonna be a turning corner. Okay, so the turning chain, you're going to put in 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, chain 2 to turn, and 1 and 2. Coming up the side again like before, so it's 2 double crochet in each of the side of the posts, and then do what you normally did then at the top, then to turn, and etc. So go all the way the rest of the round please for me, and I will see you at the end, and then we'll start the final round, and then we'll do the attaching together. Just one more thing before I get all the way around. Remember what I said about the top of the fan? So we have that chain 1 space. Make sure that you do fill that space in with a double crochet. Don't skip it. Okay, so right there and so on. So when I get all the way back around, then I'm just going to attach it to the beginning chain 3 that we started with. Make sure every stitch has something, and then that's it for that color, and then we're gonna reintroduce another color, which will be the joining color in the end. So let's get rid of this, just hide in your yarn, and let's do the final round together. Let's do your final round together. We don't need to see the diagram because it's just a simple easy round to go. Attach in any corner, just go right into the chain 2 space, and I'm gonna do a standing single crochet. So just put it on the hook first and then pull through, and then you have 2 loops, pull through 2, and that's a standing single crochet. I then want you to put in a chain 2, and then in the same space put in another double or single crochet. So now you're just gonna keep the straggler down on top so you can hide it underneath, and just put 1 single crochet in each of the stitches now going all the way around. So the only difference is in the corners. There will be 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet in order to do that. So it's a really kind of an easy round in every sense of the word, and I will just get to the corner there just to verify that. And the goal is that your stitch counts between each other should be the same, as long as you counted the number of fans that went up and you had the same measurement. Okay, so in the next corner is 1 single crochet, chain 2, 1 single crochet, and you do that all the way around. So please do that and see me back here in just a moment. When you get all the way back around, you're just gonna keep on going, and then just put in a slip stitch in the first single crochet that you started with and get rid of this color. So you're gonna do all your panels the same way, and then once they're all ready to be put together, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna show you how to put them together, and then there is one final border that goes around the whole blanket once it's done. So I'm just weaving in my ends, and we're gonna show you how to do the putting this together, and it's gonna be using slip stitch concept, so there's no sewing on this. I guess that's what makes it mile a minute too, so you don't really have to slow down with a tapestry needle. So what you have to pay attention to is when you put these together, you have to make sure your fans are in the same direction. If you want to turn it upside down, that's kind of your business. If you like to do that, that's kind of your call. And what we need to do is that we need to put the wrong sides together. So just place the wrong side up here, and then the wrong side of this one down. Okay, so if you turn this around, you should see the right side on both sides of this. So the right sides are together. And because you were focused on amount of fans that went in, your stitch counts should be matching each other as you go. So using the same color that you did the borders with, you want to attach your yarn, and you want to slip stitch loosely. Now when I say loosely, it has that on the pattern, but honest to God, you need to do it. Okay, so that's not something I'm gonna play with. So just going through the chain 2 space in the corner on both panels, and you were just going to just pull through everything. Okay, so just pull through including the starting loop. Now if you're too tight, what happens is it's gonna buckle. So you just want to kind of just jump to the next stitch available to you on both sides of the panel and pull through and through. Give it a bit of slack. Okay, if you're too tight, it'll buckle. So pull through and through. Sometimes when I do the single crochet, it's the slip stitching, it can be way too tight. So just take a look at it. If you see the project is starting to collapse in on itself, it's way too tight. And just do that all the way across your panel. And when you get to the other side, just fasten off, and we'll cover that in just a moment. So just slip stitch all the way across. So when you get all the way across, make sure you do go to the final chain 2 space and pull through. So just get rid of this yarn now. So just create a long enough so that you can use a tapestry needle in order for you to be able to weave that in. So just use your needle to go through, and I actually think I have to step away from the camera for a second, and this is what it looks like. So it's a nice beautiful raised edge just like you see, and you can see that when it open up you see the fans are facing in the right direction. So let's grab my tapestry needle. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So what I want to do is that I want to take the tapestry needle and I want to take the strand and I want to go back into the project. And what I would do is when you go down in, turn it over and get the back side and come to the back side of the project. And going in and pull through. When you pull through, don't reef on it to the point where it's going to change the shape. So then go back in the other direction a second time, and then come back in the other direction a third time. So please go back and forth 3 times, and you want to do that with all the loose ends that you will have across when you're attaching. So you want to do that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that for you, and then we're going to then cover on how to do the final border on this thing. So let's cover the final border. You're going to want to use the same color, and you will notice that when you've done this is that this here will be raised up like a window pane. So by doing what we're about to do is that it's going to create the outside edge to look very similar to this. So you're just going to attach into a corner space that you want to. So you want to work into the back space. So just coming into the back side of it and popping it back out. So I'm looking at the good side, and we're going to do a standing back post single crochet. So pull through and then pull through the 2, and then that's a standing back post double crochet. So keeping the straggler down so that you can bury it. So coming to the very next stitch, just coming from the back and then pop it out to the back and just put the straggler over so that you can hide that, and you're making this into a back post single crochet. So come to the next one and catch that straggler then for a few stitches so that you can not have to worry about it later. Maybe about 4 or 5 stitches. And then once you're satisfied you can let it go and then just blaze along. So what this is doing is it's raising up that edge. See how it's kind of leaning it up? So all you're just going to do then is just do 1 back post single crochet around the entire project. It doesn't say to do that for the corners, but I might think about doing that. So just test yourself on that. You may want to throw in a single crochet, chain 1 single crochet in a corner. Your call what you would like to do with that. You are the creator and the artist of your imagination. So let's continue to do that, and I'll see you at the end of this round, and you want to weave it off just like, or weave in the ends like I showed you with the tapestry needle once you're done. Before I forget, here's where it's joining. I still want to treat that. It's like 2 sets of stitches there, so make sure you don't forget that, and just treat it the same way so that you can keep it consistent. If you jump right over it, then what's going to happen, it's going to buckle. So you want to treat them like they're individuals, because they are, and then just carry on into the next panel as you go across. So take your time, make it look good, and then etc. So do that. I know somebody was going to ask me that, so I figured I better cover it right now. I just finished the first corner. I didn't actually chain 1 like I thought I would. I just thought I'd follow the instructions, and it does work out. So who would have thought you learn something every day. So I'm just 1 single crochet in the back post going all the way around. Sorry about that. I just thought I'd let you know. It actually makes it kind of a nice rounded off edge. So just finishing up the last one here, and then I'm just going to join with the slip stitch to the beginning, a single crochet back post that we had. I'm going to use my tapestry needle to weave that in. I've already showed you how to do that, so I don't need to show that again. And this will conclude then the race to the finish. This is a mile-a-minute concept. It's actually really kind of a cool idea. People like to make afghans, but they don't like to sweat it out, having really big panels on top of them while they're crocheting during the warmer months. So it's a great opportunity to be able to do something, and then at the end just put everything together when it's more suitable temperature wise for you. So this is kind of a neat idea, and this is the race to the finish, and hopefully you've had a good time today. So that's it for now. Have a good one. Make sure you subscribe and join us over on Facebook if you'd like to see even more free ideas. Till next time, have a good one. Mikey on behalf of yarnspirations.com. Bye bye.